the Father wants to give us an encounter. All right, we know the story, right? The woman of Samaria said to him, "How is it that you, being a Jew, ask a drink from me, a Samaritan woman? For Jews have no dealings with Samaritans." Jesus answered and said to her, "If you knew the gift of God and who it is that says to you, 'Give me a drink,' you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water." The woman said to him, "Sir, you have nothing to draw with, and the well is deep." Say, the well is deep. The Father's love, the well is deep. Whew, thank you, Father. "Where do you get that living water? Are you greater than our father Jacob, who gave us the well and drank from it himself, as well as his sons and his livestock?" Jesus answered and said to her, "Whoever drinks of this water will thirst again. But whoever drinks of the water that I shall give him will never thirst. But the water that I shall give him will become in him a fountain of water springing up into everlasting life." The woman said to him, "Sir, give me this water that I may not thirst, nor come here to draw." Jesus says to her, "Go call your husband." He just flipped the script. "Go call your husband." The woman answered and said, "I have no husband." Jesus said, "You said rightly, you have well said, you have no husband. You have had 5 husbands, and the one whom you now have is not your husband. That you spoke truly." He's saying you're trying to meet a spiritual need for the love of the Father through acts of the flesh that will never satisfy you. Your heart will never, ever be satisfied by the sins of the flesh. But it's all we know. When we come to Jesus, that's all we know. Yes, we get born again, but we haven't experienced something greater yet. We haven't experienced the love of God as living water. Our hearts are hungry for love. I want you to know you were created for love, period. You were created to know His love and experience His love. We lost it in the garden, and He wants to bring it back to us through Jesus. Okay? Think about this. He takes a reality in the flesh, tells her a whole history. You've been looking through person after person, thing after thing, place after place to satisfy the thirst and the hunger in your heart. You've been looking for it in all the wrong ways, and it's left you broken time after time, person after person. Can we all relate? Come on, this is our story. This isn't the woman at the well. This is yours and my story. We get saved, we know Jesus, but we haven't experienced the greater revelation yet of what He wants to give us. He wants us to experience drinking from His love. And when we do, all those lesser things, all those things of the flesh that could never satisfy, the real spiritual need in our heart is for Him. But we don't know to look for it that way because our hearts are damaged, they're broken, they're wounded. We haven't come to the realization that we need Him to help us remove the blockages from our heart so that His love can come pouring into us. Because there's an encounter with the well. But in order to get to the well, He's got to get the blockages out of the way. And that's what He wants to do. He wants to take us through a process to remove the blockages that will not only set us free from sin and the things of the flesh, but it will also bring us into intimate fellowship with the love we've always been looking for. It's freedom and it's intimacy. Those two things. This is what we were made for. This is what we were born for. This is our spiritual inheritance, to have intimate fellowship with our Father.